Hola, ¿cómo estás? That's awesome. Glad to hear. Welcome back to another episode of the Dubois Podcast, where, as every single time I am hosting, I say this, we are the boys. Hope y'all been doing good. I know you saw me here last week hosting, but I'm back again, and I hope you enjoy this one too. But before we get into anything related to the episode, we're going to get into our music recommendations, and I'm going to kick it off.
Woo!
Whoa.
My song recommendation this week is Always Some MF. That's in the title. That's how it is. I'm sure you can figure out what MF is. No, it's not Misfortune, you League of Legends nerds. Sorry, that was me. That was me. I was. I exposed myself.
Yeah, I wasn't.
I'm always thinking about MF. Anyway.
Always Some MF by Matt Maltese. Really good voice. Basically, the song is about, he's kind of saying that there's always some MF that is always seeking the affection of his girl. And he kind of says, like, he's not talking about a specific person, you know? It's just sometimes when you're in a relationship, that attracts other people that want to get in on it.
You're right.
But he's saying, like, okay, hey, let's play. Like, if you want to play this game, let's play this game.
Yeah.
But it's very, like, soft, melodic. He's got a great voice. It's beautiful. But as he kind of talks about it, he does, like, at the end kind of say, like, if you do ever get the chance to know her, treat her well.
So
you know, it's a very beautiful song to listen to. So hopefully you guys like it when you check it out. Check out his other work. He's a really good singer. And you're gonna go next. What's your song recommendation?
My song recommendation this week is Enemy by Father of Peace. Like most music that I come across, I came across this masterpiece on TikTok. What honestly drew me to them at first was their music video. The way that it was shot and the way that like the scenes were cut was very aesthetically pleasing, and it was very like jump shots almost. So, like every other lyric, there was like a different person singing and they were in a different position. So like it brought back that like really impressive like music artistry in the video. And then I listened to the song and like hearing the lyrics, I just need them injected into my veins. Like they're just so like catchy, and like the way that they sing them and like the way that the song is done, like I think that they're really a great band, and I'm very interested to see what music they come up with. And I think if this is the start of what they have, they're gonna be up there so quick. Like definitely check them out, give them a listen, and check out their music video as well, because it's really, really good. And it's just like, it reminds me of those old school music videos, like the OK Go music video where they're on like the treadmill and they swap the clips every so often. That's kind of the vibes that it gave. And I was like, this is really, really cool. And yeah, just check out their music. It's really good, and make sure you give them a listen.
You would love to see artistry in a music video.
That's what made me obsessed. What caught me immediately was like just the way that it was shot and the quickness of it. And there's only 3 band members, and they didn't have to do much in the video for it to catch your attention. Mm-hmm. And I was immediately caught, and I couldn't look away. They've done so many different variations of it, and I'm still obsessed with all of them.
Hell yeah.
Nice song recommendation. Really great one.
Thank you.
Alex, you're next.
My song is Touch.
Touch.
No. Oh, wait. No,
yeah. I was saying, it wasn't your song.
I know what I'm going to do. It is Taste.
I don't think so.
By Snow Allegra.
Hey, taste.
Nope.
I was gonna recommend that one last week.
That's the wrong sentence, huh?
No. I got the wrong sentence this time. No. My song recommendation today is Taste.
Taste.
No. By Snow Allegra. Goated woman. Up there on my list of loves of my life, one singular life, unless you believe in reincarnation. Anyway, the song, she's basically just like, hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm trying to get a taste. You get a little taste. It ain't gotta mean nothing. You ain't gotta like be. You ain't gotta. You just, you know. I'm like, hey, and I respect it. You know what I'm talking about.
Sure.
Yeah, they get it.
Yeah, they know. I don't know what I'm talking about, but they know.
Yeah,
You're just relaying the message.
Exactly. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
All
Sean, what's your song recommendation?
For all of my my pop punk post hardcore girlies out there.
Can you say that 10 times fast?
Pop punk post hardcore girlies. Pop punk. No, I'm not gonna try. I'm already faltering. My recommendation is "Memories of a Broken Heart" by Crown the Empire. This used to be one of my on my rotation songs back in the day, back in middle school and high school and stuff like that. And I recently rediscovered the song, and I've been listening to it basically nonstop. Crown the Empire is pretty fire. I don't know. I actually hold on.
Oh,
Asterisk. I'm pretty sure that the lead singer was in some sort of
scandal.
Oh, damn.
as they all are. So I don't know the details of that or whether or not that's the case. But I just like the music, and that's all that it is.
Hell yeah.
So
The name sounds familiar, like Crown the
Yeah.
Empire.
I'm definitely-
they did a pop goes punk version of Payphone,
Oh
Maybe.
yeah.
and
That's
also
what it
you
is.
belong with me as well.
Oh, I was gonna say that's where I've heard them from. The name, like as you were saying, I was like, why do I know that name? Where do I know them from? That makes a lot of sense.
Mhm.
I kind of miss when they used to do those like punk goes pop albums. I don't know if they still do
Yeah.
anymore.
I haven't
But,
looked it
like-
up.
The
I
old
should,
ones
though.
are bangers.
Yeah.
Timeless.
Oh my God, they're so good. I think one of my favorite ones was Sarah Bareilles when they did Lovesick. No.
Mm,
I don't know if I've heard that one.
No. Love Song. I'm not gonna write you a love song.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna write you a love song.
That
Yeah,
song's still
that
great.
one, my favorite. That was one of my favorite ones that they redid because it was so good. I was like, okay, I see y'all. I think that was
Hell
the one
yeah.
that like put me onto them
Okay.
Yeah.
as a group.
Hell
It was
yeah.
Hell yeah.
amazing.
Stream Pop Goes Punk. Punk Goes
Yeah.
Pop. Punk Goes Pop. Pop
Punk
Goes
goes pop.
Pop goes
Pop it
pop.
pop.
Pop
Pop
goes.
Goes Punk.
Stream Pop Goes Punk.
Punk go pop.
Say that 10 times fast.
No thanks.
You said the lead singer had a scandal?
I think so.
Speaking of
Don't they
scandals and
all?
lead singers,
Oh,
what's going on with Dance Gavin Dance, man?
Did they lose another one recently?
Recently, as in like the last year. So
Okay.
now
damn.
I'll give y'all the history because
Timeline.
I've been looking at the lore somewhat.
Oh wait, hold on, real quick. Dubois music recommendations playlist.
Sorry, yeah. Check out all of these songs and any song from the past and any song that you find in the future on the Dubois Music Recommendation playlist on
yeah.
Spotify. Sorry, back to what I was saying
Segment over.
about Dance Gavin Dance. They've been popping up on TikTok a lot for a song called Blue Dream.
Mhm.
Really
Mhm.
good song.
True.
I have something to say about that.
The people that are listening to it probably haven't listened to the full song because that part's great. And I love Dance Gavin Dance. I've been listening to them since like high school. But
How long? No.
once like that little singy part's over, the guy that is like the screaming is talking about a bunch of random stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like I'm just pull the lyrics while I'm talking. But basically, they have had multiple lead singers in their time.
Like,
I think it started with Johnny Craig, and he's the one that's in Blue Dream that's singing it, and he's a really good singer. Not a great person, at least back then. I think he's a better person now. He's gotten better, but like your past still goes with you as you
especially when you're
live
a
on.
public eye.
Yeah. So I don't want to get to the specifics of it because it's probably not great for the content, but also I don't want to like mess up anything. But basically, he was not great, so they replaced him with Kurt Travis, who was in there for like a year or two, did like 2 albums. And he's also a really good singer, but I think he just couldn't keep up with the band for what they wanted to do. So then they had him leave, and then got with Tillian Pearson, who was pretty much around when I started listening to them. And in terms of not live performances, he is my favorite, which sucks because he also has a scandal. I don't know what the hell is going on with these people that they have. But yeah, he had some things back in like, I think we were in high school or like early college. And so they just got rid of him like last year for creative differences, as they say. And now they have Andrew Wells, which they've done a couple songs with him. And he's got a great voice. I think he does do some justice to them. Andrew, man to man, don't fuck it up, please. Try to stay in the band. No drama, no nothing. I just want to enjoy this band without having to worry about bad things.
Yeah. Fact.
Okay, I want to listen to music and enjoy it.
Fact.
And if he does mess it up, just get Gavin back in the band.
Facts.
Yeah, bring Gavin back.
Yeah.
I want to see him dance. I haven't seen him dance yet.
I saw what Dance Gavin Dance looks like on their little Spotify thing. I was like, none of these motherfuckers look like Gavin.
Yeah,
The only one who looks like he's in that band is the guy on the right.
that's their guitarist. That's
Okay.
William Swan, which
Yeah.
is the guy that Swancore is named after
Really?
Hell yeah, dude.
because of
Wow.
his like
style?
Mhm.
See that
pretty
that
dope.
guy, I was like, that guy
Cool.
looks like he'd be in Dance Gavin
got
Dance.
motion.
Yeah.
The rest of these
Got
dudes,
motion.
the rest of these dudes look like they'd be like fitness influencers,
Yeah, look-
influencers,
look-y.
and not
Okay.
cool ones.
But yeah, so in Blue Dream, there's after the nice singing part that you might have heard on TikTok, He goes on to say, "You'll go far on the back of a potato. Shut it down. Making French fries in the snow. Shut it down. Then you'll steal. Then you'll borrow. Shut it down. You'll be red. You'll be gold. Then you'll steal. Then you'll steal. Then you'll steal. And then some other stuff. What the hell does that mean?
What is bro
I don't
talking
know.
about?
But when I'm in my car listening to it, I'm jamming out anyways.
Hey, bro, just put the music on a CD. How about that?
But yeah, you brought up Scandals, and I was like, it's been going on in my mind the past like week, just listening to all of their music. If you don't want to listen to bands that have Scandals, check out, and they're similar to Dance Gavin Dance. Check out Hail the Sun.
Hell yeah.
Check out Dwellings.
Hell
Royal Coda.
yeah. Hell yeah. Okay.
And maybe others in the future that I will
Hell yeah.
update you on.
Yeah. If you don't want to listen to music by problematic people, don't listen to music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like
Or
it's
make
all
your
hand
own.
in hand. Or make your own.
That's what fame does to you, I guess.
Yeah.
Low-key.
We won't do that though.
No.
Not us.
If you guys make us famous, we'll be good people. I promise.
Yes. Yes.
I
I did want to talk about, you
Girl
bring up
Scouts
Blue
honor.
Dreams. Scouts honor. You bring up Blue Dreams. I got caught in the Blue Dreams mind virus on TikTok. Now,
Mind
for the
virus?
record, back when I was in Kentucky, my boy Kentucky Alex, not this Alex, Kentucky Alex, he tried to put me on a Dance Gavin
Kentucky
Dance,
Yeah.
and I wasn't really into it at the time. Recently, I've started to get more into them. We Own the
Hell
Night
yeah.
is fire. That's probably my favorite one.
True.
But I got to my people, my metal punk, my folks. Okay, why are we so comfortable being so like cringe? And I'm not talking about cringe in a cool way, because there is a cool way to be cringe that you should be confident in.
Okay.
But I mean cringe in an annoying way. At the end of Blue Dreams,
Oh yeah, I know.
and the thing
Do you
is,
want me to read it?
I,
I
no,
still
no,
got
I
it.
already know what it is. And the thing is I knew people who acted like this, and it was cringy then, and it's cringy to hear him do it, and to know that this is like what influenced those people. At the end of the song, he calls the girl who I'm assuming he's singing about, and he's like, she's like, hello? He's like, what color are your fucking eyes? Blue, right? All right, bye. And I'm like, first of all, don't talk to her like that. Second of all, what? Why? What?
I
Why do you
would
have to
shoot myself.
Yeah.
Could you fucking like what?
I'm
Yeah, when
like,
that part
what
came out, I was
the
like-
hell was that?
It's like
Next song.
Yeah, like it's like I like the song, but like that part at the end, it just makes me like ugh every
Yeah,
time.
that one's definitely cringy. It's not necessarily completely similar in the cringy
like
sense, but like
that.
when Logic,
Yeah.
because he only releases the songs that have the skits, I'm like, hell yeah, I
Yeah.
fucking love this song. And then it's like, skip. I'm like,
And
skip.
it's 45
No, I'm
minutes
telling
of
you.
talking
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Logic.
And I'm like, all right, bro.
I just wish he would release like a
put it on
non-skip
audiobook.
version. He does have a book.
90% of
yeah,
James
no.
the songs.
Yeah,
True.
him too. Stop. Hey, artists, musical artists, stop talking at the end of the record. Unless it's short and sweet, stop talking. I don't need a monologue once I'm done listening to the song.
Or
I
talk
don't,
for the whole record.
or talk for the whole record so I know not
Skip.
to listen. Exactly. Jesus Christ. Just stop talking. Play the music.
As far as I know, I don't think they have any other songs that do that. Thank
Okay.
God.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, when I heard that part,
in eyes. Like, oh
mine,
my God.
blue, right?
Blue, right? All right, bye.
Bye.
Like,
It's like,
God,
bro.
so annoying. And like I said, I knew people like that.
Yeah,
who
I mean,
would act like that.
yeah.
I mean, we know people like that.
Yeah.
Who act like that. And it's just like, ugh.
It's like, why?
Why?
Who was like, man, this song's fire, but it needs something else?
Yeah, exactly.
I need a little voicemail at the end.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Or a
but
phone
it's
call.
very,
Also-
very cringe.
Also, it was probably at like 5 a.m. She sounded like she just woke
Yeah.
up. She doesn't even know why
She's
you're
probably
accosting
woken
her.
up out of her sleep.
Yeah, like-
realistically.
Don't talk to her like that. Anyways. Well, they kicked that guy out anyway, so.
Yeah, that was Johnny Craig. That was
Yeah.
the first one.
Damn.
And who was in it was for We Own the Night?
That's Tillian Pearson.
Is that the newest guy?
No, he's the one that
The second
just
guy.
left last year.
The guy who like couldn't
Third
hang or
guy.
whatever.
Third guy.
Third guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he was the guy who just recently had a controversy.
Yeah. He was with the band the longest.
Oh,
he was
really?
there for like, I think, almost 10 years.
Oh, dang.
And then
They cycled out of the first two pretty
differences.
quick, and then-
But yeah, I don't know. Just do well, Andrew Wells. I'm holding out for you.
Mm.
Anyone else got anything to comment on that?
I did actually have something else.
I was gonna ask if anyone's got any other things they want to talk about as well. So if we're shifting from Dance Gavin Dance, I'm assuming.
Huh?
We're done with Dance Gavin Dance?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Okay. Unless either of you guys wanted to chime in about Dance Gavin Dance. Is that me?
Yep. I just want to meet Gavin and see how he dance.
Okay.
See his little
Valid.
dance.
Same.
Fair enough.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out when we go see them in May.
Oh, hell
Okay, oh yeah. I'm trying to see Kalvin dance anyway. All right.
Dance Kalvin Dance. Dude!
Yes,
New
sir.
band
We're
name.
starting a new band.
Yeah. And it's you just like breakdancing. So I just wanted to shout out a new one of the boys. Their name on YouTube is and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing this name. It is Kate Stat 1103. They've been very vocal in the comments. They're very cool. They participated in our little avatar draft pick.
Yeah,
a few
thank you
weeks
for
ago.
that.
Yeah, definitely.
And they even followed along with they didn't use any of the picks that we did, so they kind of did their own off of that as if they were kind of playing with us. So that's really
so
cool.
I like that.
Yeah, you're probably one of the first people that has interacted in that way.
Yeah.
So shout out to you if you're
Yeah.
watching. Thanks for coming along this journey with us. We appreciate
We
it.
appreciate you. Hopefully you stick around.
Kate Stat.
Yeah. Hopefully we can keep you entertained.
Nice.
That's it.
Shout out to you.
Speaking of
you for being
watching us.
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry. Does anyone
Calvin's
have
talking.
anything else they want to talk
care.
about or get off their chest before I move on?
No, sir.
This shirt.
NSFW trigger warning.
You'll go blind. Sorry. I mean, you know what? Just go. Just go.
Before we get into our topic for today, I just want to talk to y'all about something. I haven't
man.
told anyone here yet, but it will actually be my last episode on the podcast because things have been a little busy with us, and I need some time for myself. Work's been going crazy. I'm sorry to tell you guys on air.
Well, that's a bummer.
This is
Yeah.
awkward.
So, I didn't want to talk about it before. I wanted to do it here.
Okay, well, I'll try not to
I don't
have
know
a,
why you thought that was a good idea.
now I'm about to start crying on camera because now we have to do another farewell episode, which means Alex is going to have to make another NBA retirement style thumbnail.
I didn't think that's my bad. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
I mean, it was
It's
kind
all
of
right.
cool.
Just
Actually.
copy
I
and
don't
paste
mind.
him over if you need to.
You put his face on chances.
So now it's just going to be the three of us then.
Damn.
I just
This
gotta
is
take
still
some
your-
time for myself.
Yeah.
Live my life in my 20s. I'm running out of time, guys. I got
feel
a couple years left till I'm 30.
I feel that.
Don't talk to me.
Actually, matter of fact, I'm leaving too.
What the?
What the hell is happening?
April Fool's! That's what we're talking about today. I know. Yeah. April
Oh, you
Fool's.
hit your
Oh, damn. Damn, my joke's gone too far.
Now you
Wall getting hurt.
now you've hurt us emotionally and physically. Thanks a lot, Calvin.
Yeah.
all his
I know
fault.
it's a couple days after, but April Fool's. Happy April Fool's. That's what this episode is about.
Foods.
I'm going to get into some stories I found on Reddit about some pranks gone wrong / maybe gone well. But before I get into that, I figured I'd let y'all take the floor if you have any stories you want to talk about, whether you did a prank or you got pranked. I can start off while y'all are thinking. It's not really a prank, but it's something that kind of it was supposed to be one, but my brother is not very great at them sometimes. So when I was a kid, I think I was about 12 or 13, we had these plastic see-through BB guns that shot plastic pellets. So my brother, I'm gaming. I'm living my life right now. I'm gaming, having a good time, and he's just busting my room with a gun. And I'm like, hey yo, put the gun down, bro. What we doing here?
This isn't you.
And he's laughing, threatening to shoot me, and he shot me.
Damn.
His finger slipped, shot me right in my neck.
God.
Yeah. So I'm living my life, trying to chill, have a good time, and I turn around, I get shot in the neck, bro.
God dang.
That's crazy.
He was trying to be threatening as a prank, and he actually shot me. So then, to make it up to me, he allowed me to shoot him back.
Nice.
And he put on a jersey and a bunch of stuff for
Oh, that's
protection.
crazy.
You shot me directly
Yeah.
on my neck. So I
Exactly.
know
He
threw a bunch
busted
of
my
layers of
room.
clothes.
I had
That's
no
crazy.
prep time. He shot me.
He shot
he
you in
Batman
the
So
for
I
neck.
real.
pretended to shoot. I pretended to shoot his chest, and then I went up.
Yeah.
So I shot him in the neck as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier, and I was like, damn,
That's funny.
that's a prank gone wrong, but I got to get my revenge at least.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Didn't somebody get someone in this group like get shot in the butt or something?
That was also me, I guess. And also by my brother once again. We were playing paintball for the first time, and my brother, being an older brother, didn't want me on his team. The ref kept putting me on his team. I didn't ask for it. And so, we're on the way it works. I haven't played paintball. It's a little field. You got one side, the other side. We're over here setting up before the refs, blow the whistle or whatever. And I'm against the wall. Got my gun ready. Yeah. I'm ready to go. I'm focused. I'm locked in. As soon as he hits the whistle, I go to shoot. I get shot behind. I'm like, how the hell am I already getting shot from behind?
Man down.
And the thing about pain is when you don't know it's coming, it hurts more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That I've never been shot in the butt cheek, and it hurt so bad. I and fell on the ground. I might have cried. I'm not talking about that. But I turn around and I see him just laughing.
Damn.
And then he realized I was crying and then felt bad. And I was like, why?
That's crazy.
And his reasoning was because the ref kept putting me on his team. And I was like, you could have just told me. And I would have gone on the other team. We could have gone up against each other
did like a
as
commander,
proper rivals.
He did like a Commander Shepard to you.
Yeah. Low key.
Yeah.
Like to turn around and see my own brother
Damn.
as my killer.
As my killer.
took me out the round.
In the butt cheek too.
Damn,
Yeah.
in the butt cheek.
Of all he could have shot my back.
Yeah.
Could have shot the
No,
helmet.
he shoots you in
leg.
vital points. The neck and the butt cheek.
That's true.
Yeah. Bro's trying to kill me. He pulled a Bad Boys 1 or 2 when he gets shot in the butt cheek. I forgot what it is, but yeah. I know what that feels like now.
Damn.
Thank you for bringing that trauma back.
Sorry.
up.
You're gonna think about it all day now.
Yeah, my fault.
I was gonna have fans oh god.
Fans of Bane. So my April Fool's prank, I'd say, is more akin to torture. Okay,
Damn.
because this
Like
was
you did this?
no, this is what was done to me. Because this was a regular occurrence. This specific instance was probably the most intense of all of them. But this is a regular occurrence, and it would happen not only on April Fool's Day, but every day.
This is life.
So when I was a young man, we had this big living room that was connected to a bathroom, and I used to shower in that bathroom because you know how mom is. She doesn't want people, showering in certain rooms and so on, whatever.
Certain rooms.
certain rooms, yeah. So I went and I would go into the shower, but the problem is I would usually shower at night because I'd obviously have school the next day or whatever.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah. So whenever I would go into the shower, I would turn on the living room light, and the bathroom has no windows because it's basically, I don't know how to describe it. It's not on the edge of the house. It's it goes in the center of the house basically. So there's no windows in there. So if the light's not on, it's dark, entirely dark. So I would turn on the living room light, and then I would turn on the bathroom light. So when I got done with the shower, I could go back to my room and live my life. However, regularly, I would open the bathroom door, the living room light would be off, it would be dark as hell, and I knew that my stepfather, Jamie, was trying to scare me.
Yep.
Now, one thing about me, I'm pretty jumpy, all right?
I also have a story.
Yes, you also have a story about that, yes. So I scare pretty easily. So he would do it all the time, so I would always know it was coming. This time, this specific instance, I opened the door, get out of the bathroom, freshly showered.
Yep.
Open the door, and there is just a ring of my little sister's toys, all just arranged,
Oh yeah.
looking at the door.
Bro had time.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
is hilarious.
Yeah.
He was plotting.
Low
The
key.
second you
Absolutely.
went in the bathroom,
Yeah.
he's like,
He's like,
mission
now.
started.
So they're there, and they're just looking at me. I already know, I'm more mad than I am scared at this point because I know what's coming. So I was like, okay. If my mom doesn't put up with the nonsense, so if I just get her in here,
Hell yeah.
she could diffuse the situation,
Yeah.
and I could go back to my room with my heart at a normal pace. So I begin to call out to my mother to to intervene in this situation.
Yeah.
She's not coming. I know she didn't hear me, but she's not coming. I'm sitting there or standing there yelling for her for probably 10 minutes. And then I'm also just like, all right, she's not coming. She's not gonna be my hero today. I'm just gonna have to brave it and just accept it.
Yes, sir.
So then I kind of have to psych myself into it. So then I start to walk out very slowly, and then I'm like looking at the curtains because he liked to hide behind those. I'm like trying to figure out where he's going to come from so that way I can better prepare myself. It turns out he forgot that he set everything up.
Damn.
That's how long you took.
Yeah, how long were you showering?
He's like,
So yeah,
Took a nap.
yeah.
No, like so he went down to his room, and then eventually they heard me calling for mom and stuff. So then he comes up and he's like, "What?" I'm like, "What do you mean what? What do you mean what?"
That's hilarious.
So now that is a story that I was terrified to leave the bathroom, and then when I did, it was because he forgot.
Yeah.
I think that's great. That you
Plot
forgot.
twist, it was all intended.
Yeah, no, probably.
It was just
honestly.
psychological
Yeah.
warfare.
Honestly,
Knowing Jamie, yeah.
yeah. So,
That's so funny. And then to come down and be like, what? Like, why are you yelling?
do you not see the arrangement here? What are you
What's
talking
going on,
You
bro?
did this. You do this all the time. You know why. And so that is a story that gets told at almost every family function as well.
That is true. There are a lot of stories like that.
Sure.
Yes, there's the pickle story.
Push on.
Maybe one day you guys
Yeah,
will learn
yeah,
about
That's a
story.
Patreon
That's
story.
a Patreon story.
We don't got one yet, but
Yeah.
let us know if you want one.
Yeah, there's a lot of stories like that. So
Yeah. Mine with you is very,
yeah,
very
there's actually
tame.
two. No,
There's
there's
two?
two. There's two that you did. Yeah.
The one that I know of is when you were walking back into your room and I was behind the dresser. All I did was
Yeah.
a little noise like that. He just,
Yeah. Scared the hell out of me. I think I also got out of the shower. When
Yeah,
I'm out of the
actually,
shower,
yeah.
that's when I'm the most like unaware.
You really were too, because it was like shower or bathroom and then the room.
Yeah, I walk in and Calvin just jumps up, and I was like, and I jumped back and I yelled because I was scared. There was
What was
another
the other
instance. We were playing Resident Evil 7 Biohazard.
Oh yeah.
In
That's my
VR.
favorite.
So I was sitting. So it was like my bed was like back here. I was sitting in the chair playing the game. I think Calvin was like on my bed or something.
Yeah.
And then I was in a section of the game where you're like running away from the scary moth lady.
You were there too.
Yeah.
Oh, you were there too?
Yeah. Damn.
You were there that day?
Damn.
That's crazy.
I'm just not memorable. You know, it is how.
Listen, you were there so many times. It's just all blends together. Okay. So I guess both of you were there then.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Calvin is just like chilling back there, and then I'm playing the game now. In VR, everything just it feels more real than you would expect it to.
Yep.
So I'm running for my life away from this lady. I'm crawling through a vent or something like that, trying to get away from her. And as soon as because it's like a scripted thing where she's supposed to grab you and then that ends the sequence. Right when she grabbed me, I'm already on edge. Calvin kicks the back of my chair. And I thought she got me for real. I thought I was done. I thought my life was over. I thought I was going to become one of the family. It was a terrifying moment. I took the headset off and I just looked and then just back there laughing. I'm like, all right, bro. I see how it is.
It was like I said, you have an older brother.
Yeah,
Sometimes it sounds terrible,
He
but you
took
want to do
his
the others.
opportunity.
What was done to you.
No, because at that point you understand the thrill.
Yeah.
I get it.
He saw his opportunity and took it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so funny.
Don't worry, now he does it to me. So
Nah.
Oh yeah, I'd be hiding around the corner just.
all the time, and like I scare pretty easily. He scares the shit out of me.
Uh-huh.
He'll jump out, or like we'll be talking, and he'll just randomly poke me in the neck. I'm like, dude, what the heck?
Do it to the cats too.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, and this is cool.
So yeah, I think those are my. I don't think I've ever played an April Fool's prank on somebody. I have contemplated doing the I am gay to my parents.
Oh, okay.
Every year I
pretending to
consider
be
it.
gay?
Like coming out as gay
Yeah.
to my parents.
If
But
you
like
do,
See,
you
but no,
should-
like
then
they
they'll be
will probably be
like,
like,
yeah.
okay.
that's the thing is like
Yeah,
they'll
like,
believe
yeah.
it.
if you do, you
Too
should
much.
do it at
Yeah,
like
they'll
an
be like,
event
yeah,
where
we
we're all
know.
there.
Yeah,
that's
okay.
true.
Yeah, like we knew that.
What's
Yeah,
new?
like,
Yeah, I'm just so afraid to, just because
The
they're
immediate
gonna,
acceptance.
But then that's
Yeah,
gonna
like,
forever be
yeah.
like
exactly
Yeah.
like, they're gonna believe it too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So-
then you know
and it's hard
Jamie's
to
gonna
unconvince
joke
them.
about it
Yeah.
forever
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
Another
Yeah.
story added to the book.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, we knew New Year's Eve.
Yeah, New Year's
Oh
Eve.
my god,
That's another story we'll tell on the
That's
Patreon.
There's too many.
Yeah.
Last year, my coworker at work for April Fools, he brought in a bunch of googly eyes and just put googly eyes all over like my boss's things.
Hell yeah.
So he has like a bunch of like pictures of like his cats or just like random pictures of animals and stuff, so we just put them like all over the room.
Yeah, there's
Very
animals
tame
everywhere
prank,
in that
but-
room.
Yeah, it was just funny when you walked in, just everything had
Just
Google.
Google.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I saw it and I was like, what happened in here? It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one creepy one because it was a picture of a cow, and I put the big ones on it, so it's extra strange.
That's funny.
Anything from y'all?
No, sadly.
The most memorable one, I guess, is what also done to me. So hey,
We're all victims.
yeah, hey, younger brother.
I'm also a victim. Stepfather.
Yeah, stepfather.
Yeah.
Younger brother in a way, kind
You
of.
were
Anyway.
his version of a younger
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got a lot too, didn't he? Well, he also did a lot of it. Anyway,
Yeah, he was also the youngest in
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
amongst his brothers.
Again,
so.
he saw his opportunity
Yep,
and he
and he
took
was like,
it.
"That was my time." But as a younger brother, you try to join the older brother's friend group sometimes. You're like, hey, let me in. I'm here. I don't want to be cool too. So, one day, my brother, shout out to Andrew, he had my homie Keem, Keem's older brother, Andre, what's up? And another one, Sean. No, not you, not him.
I was there.
Over. He was just using the cut. They were over, chilling, a little sleepover. I was vibing until I was like, I can't hang with y'all no more, bro. Y'all up like 2 a.m. playing some Naruto Ninja Storm. This isn't me. So I was like, I went to bed.
Cue to him at our hangouts playing
now
Naruto Storm till 2 a.m.
Now that's me. That's me now.
That's funny.
But I was like, whatever, I'm going to sleep. And then I was asleep, peaceful, restful, having a good night. And all of a sudden I wake up, I'm like, what is this foul taste in my mouth?
Hey, yo.
I wake up. No,
Cut there.
To be continued. So and me, I wake up not on my turn. Oh, I wake up on
Mad
my
as
terms.
hell.
I'm
Bro's
mad as hell.
the first guy to fall asleep at the sleepover.
Yeah, low key.
Prank him, John.
No. And so I woke up mad as hell. I was like, what the fuck is that? And I was just like, whatever. And me, I juice fiend here. So
Juice.
no. The first thing I do, I go
Wash
to
it down.
I go to 2-liter thing orange juice. I was like, let me, wash it away.
Uh-huh.
And then all I hear is them like laughing in the other room. What the fuck is so funny? What are you laughing at? I get mad. I get even madder. And they start, the more I get mad, the more they start laughing, which makes me get madder. And then, so I find out, and I was like, man, and I was ready to swing. I won't lie to you, gang. I was ready to swing on dudes. So and then I'm like, man, fuck it. And I'm like, I
like how
get
you're not
mad.
asking questions.
Huh?
I like how you're not asking them
No,
any
because I'm
questions.
just like I'm delirious. I'm mad. I'm just like, man, fuck y'all. I hate y'all. I'm going back to bed. I go back to bed. And I wake up the next day, they still laughing about it. I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, yeah, they put like aloe vera, like raw aloe vera in my mouth when I was asleep.
Hey, yo.
And I was like, what the fuck? Why?
That's so random.
No, aloe vera tastes like fucking ass, though. I don't lie
Like
to you.
the plant?
Yeah,
They
the
cut
plant,
the
the
plant?
plant.
That's
I know
crazy.
they got like aloe vera like juice out here,
Yeah.
drinks, whatever. But I was like, what the fuck? Why would you even?
Yeah.
What makes you think of that? And they were, to this day, they still bring it up. I'm like,
Hell yeah.
they're like, you got mad as hell. I'm like,
Yeah.
the
No,
fuck?
see, one thing about Alex is if you catch him right when he wakes
Oh
up,
my
do
God.
not interact with this
Facts.
guy.
You'll,
I'm
I mean,
telling
if you see him, you'll know not to interact with him. He
Yeah.
looks pissed off already.
That should be me, bro. I should be mad, bro.
Yeah, I used to wake up at a sleepover. I'm just like, I look over at Alex, like, I'm gonna stay here. I'm not
Yeah,
talking to
no.
no one. I'll be on my phone and quiet.
No, the thing is, like, I would always wake up before Alex. So then whenever I would see him open up his little eyes, I would always be like, good morning. He's like, fuck you. every time.
Angry.
Low key. I just want to be awake.
Bro wakes up a
Good
monster.
dream. Look.
That reminded me of when we were, well, I don't know if we were sleeping over. I might just fall asleep at a friend's house. And I fell asleep because I was probably a little bored and I fell asleep. And these guys decided to, I don't know if you have the video still, they played a certain audio. Of like,
Oh,
yeah.
that how? Oh, it'd be on my
Yeah,
phone. I have it on. It's on my
If,
Snapchat.
editor, if you find it, you should post a little clip. But basically, they had a speaker and it's what do you call that audio? Like it's
I
know
part
it's like
of-
a guy like moaning extremely
yeah,
loud.
it's that very you hear all the that
Scream
one.
moaning.
yeah, and they basically played that
my
thinking
God,
that I was
bro.
gonna like shoot awake, but I think I just like opened my eyes and just like
Yeah, no,
Touched
so
even
like,
more?
You just see Calvin's face. He's like, and I think he like rolled over or
Yeah.
something.
Kid, bro used to play that sound all the time.
really,
bro.
he really did.
Yeah.
It's top 5 songs for him. For sounds.
Low-key.
Speaking of that guy, no, a prank actually. Me and Alex were sleeping over his house. No, don't laugh.
Yeah.
This makes me mad.
That was funny.
We're sleeping
My bad,
over
bro.
his house. We're sleeping over his house, and the lights were off. It was time to go to bed. It was that time. We were all trying to fall asleep. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, it smells like raw
Yep.
asshole.
Facts.
It
Facts.
smells like dookie from a butt in there.
Facts.
Like if it was just on the
Foul.
ground, it smelled so bad.
Oh God.
And I smell it, and I'm like, oh, hell no. And I'm like, I'm just going to assume it's some foreign thing going on. I'm just going to, out of courtesy and respect for my friends,
Better
maybe
than me.
somebody had an accident. I'm not gonna say nothing.
Shit themselves.
I'm not gonna say nothing because you know what? If I was in the scenario, I wouldn't want nobody to say nothing to me. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep doing my thing, and then eventually I was like, man,
Why
it
does
smells
still smell
bad.
like ass?
And I think you were the first one to be like, yo, who shit themselves?
It would be Alex.
And I think I was like, bro, I've been smelling it too. And then so we come to find out that our friend had sprayed fart spray
Yeah.
and kept spraying
Like
it.
near where we were.
Very
like,
close.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
he kept spraying.
Yeah, it's
too.
fucking crazy.
Yeah,
That's
and then,
so
no,
fucked
and the reason I'm
up.
pissed is because Alex told me later
Later.
on that he thought I was the one
Oh
who shit
yeah,
myself.
yeah.
I didn't want to say nothing though. I was like, hey, I'm gonna let him rock. But at the time,
But
I
at
was
some
like,
point, I can't
yeah, at
do
some
it
point I was
anymore.
like, I can't do it.
Take your ass to the
It smelled like
bathroom.
this for an hour.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, you thought I thought that was me, bro? That's
Thought that was
crazy.
my
You were just the
butt.
closest person to me, so I was like, it can't be. It can't be. He's across the room. I give you.
Man, yeah. So that was there was actually a lot of pranks during sleepovers at that
That's
person's
true.
house. There was a lot of mouse
Yeah.
traps.
Oh my god, I
yeah.
forgot about the mouse traps.
That was when I was ready to start swinging. I was like,
I mean, valid.
I was like, bro,
Yeah.
on my soul, if I wake up and I interact with a mousetrap in some way, shape, or form,
Yeah. You're
it's lights
That's
out.
kinda
I'm telling you
sadistic.
right
Yeah.
now.
I mean, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah. Knowing who it is, I'm
Yeah.
not surprised.
so
Yeah, if you know, you know.
if you know,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Well, his little slip up confirmed it for me.
Oh,
Oh, did you say? Oh, my
I
bad.
started to by accident.
Yeah.
He coughed. The
Editor.
cough was a signal.
So
Billy Halloween, the name slip. Yeah.
so yeah,
Oh man.
those are some of the bigger ones.
Do you have any that you had from your past?
No.
No pranks or getting pranked?
I used to, friend of the show, Andrew, so I used to, in the group chat all the time, hit her with the, like, I got somebody pregnant or stuff like that, and she used to believe me. It's crazy. It's crazy. Do I look like? No, anyway.
Do you really want the answer to that question?
Keep it to
I
yourself.
don't think so, but like some people might disagree.
All right.
Why is that? Anyway.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Continue, host.
All right. You heard some of ours. Obviously, if you guys got any, feel free to let us know in the comments any pranks you might have pulled or had pulled on you if you're comfortable. But I'm going to get into a couple ones I found from Reddit. Some are pretty short. Some got some depth to them. This one's a classic, but I think I put it in here because of the consequence
Oh.
for the prank. Because sometimes when you pull a prank, you think it's harmless until it's not. This person said, I taped the water sprayer in the kitchen sink to the spray position. My mom, who has back problems, sprayed herself,
yikes.
jumped violently, and re-injured her back.
Oh.
She needed surgery to correct it.
Yo.
You know how bad like I would feel
That's
if that
horrible.
happened?
Yo.
Like I said, you think it's harmless, it happens, you watch it, and then like that realization sets in of just like, oh shit,
I really.
Yeah.
I messed up.
Yeah.
Low key.
Like this is pretty bad.
I will say though, for probably about 10 years, I would feel so terrible, awful bad about it. After the 10 years, I'd be like, but why was your reaction so extra?
Yeah. No, I was jumping like that. How you doing backflips after
You're
that?
so funny.
You know you can't do that with your bag.
Why'd you hit a spider contortionist pose after when the sink was spraying?
Low
Who was that
key.
gonna help?
Facts.
Yeah.
Low key.
But
Speaking
dude, that'd be terrible.
Speaking of like messing with water pranks, an old coworker of ours used to always be like, I forget like how it came up. He used to just be talking, but like was talking about how like what he used to do was like unscrew like the shower head and then put like the chicken bouillon cubes in there,
That's crazy.
and then like put it back so that way when they put on the hot water it would like spray like
the hell?
Chicken soup. I've heard people do like
Low
blood
key.
capsules or something
Low
for
key.
that, but a bouillon
That's
cube
what I
is
was like.
crazy.
I was like, what the hell? You know how mad I'd be? I started showering in chicken broth, bro.
Like kind of an expert level prank.
Oh,
It
for
is.
sure.
I'm not
But I was
gonna
like,
lie.
yo, what the hell?
If you got any pets, they're just not gonna stop licking you.
Yeah.
They're like,
Right.
okay, it's my chicken.
Which
Low-key.
coworker was it? I'll bleep it out.
uh,
Oh, of course.
Oh, from your last.
yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. Used to be like,
Oh,
yeah,
God.
kid. Used to be like, yeah, Sean with that. I'm like,
Bro. Also, for you to go to Sean's house,
I'm like, next time I go over, I'll sneak something in. And then you're low key, your dad's the first person to say,
Yeah, low key.
and then you whoop your
That
ass.
would be funny.
I'm getting my ass beat, and I have no idea why. but it smells like chicken.
like, why does every swing come with a hint of chicken?
How do you even find out you're showering in chicken soup?
I
mean,
guess
you
once
probably-
it starts
yeah.
melting, you're like, what the fuck?
I guess it'd be like if you would think to maybe even open, or you might be like, man, why is the water coming out like
Like
chicken?
brown.
Like,
Low key.
Why is it delicious?
it's my soup.
Yeah.
Oh man,
That's funny.
I got another short one. Once again, same theme. Harmless till it's not. I bought 288 ping pong balls on eBay and put them in a coworker's overhead cabinet in their cubicle.
Oh, yikes.
Pretty funny prank. I've seen it happen before.
Yeah.
When she came into work and opened the door, it was lots of laughing and a good time until we realized the balls had knocked the coffee over onto her laptop.
Oh.
So now you messed up.
yikes.
Can't even do her job.
Yup.
You're probably in trouble with your job now because now they
Yeah.
got
Balls
to pay.
did that?
I'm assuming if it's like enough, maybe
It
the
might
force
have
of it.
been,
And
yeah.
like, you
to
wouldn't
where,
think
like,
about
it
that
knocked
really.
one
it
of these
over.
kind of cups.
Oh,
and maybe
true,
like,
yeah.
kind of.
Like, damn, on the
Okay.
laptop is very unfortunate.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like she like started slipping on him or something.
That's what I was
broke her
expecting. Like
back.
somebody
Yeah.
slipped.
Yeah. I was like, yikes.
Jeez, that's kind of rough.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with pranks.
How you got him in
Go
there?
for it.
Sorry.
That's what's up. Oh, actually, since you asked, hold your thoughts. Sorry. Someone had asked like how'd you get them to stay? They said while filling it up, we put pieces of cardboard in the front as well.
Smart.
And when you close the door, pull the cardboard out.
Smart.
And then they added 500 little bouncy balls.
That's what did it.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
went
That's crazy.
sick. I love
Yeah,
that.
bouncy ball's kind of heavy, bro.
Yeah. That's funny. I didn't read that part like
That's-
fully
that's
when I
funny.
first looked at
That's
it.
Oh yeah, I also
hilarious.
added a bunch of bouncy
Yeah.
balls.
It's like, oh, how ping pong balls do it. No, there's more than that. Put a bowling ball in
There
there.
you go.
Just one.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, though?
So yeah, this has nothing to do with pranks, but like I'm sure you guys have heard the whole like, put a gun to your head, like call somebody who like won't answer or something like that.
Mhm.
And like, do you all have people?
I am that person.
I was gonna say
Who won't
Alex.
like
I will
so.
not answer.
I don't think so.
Well, for most people, like you
I
guys.
mean, you know-
yeah, probably.
We've called this dude for a hangout and had to call him 10 times.
Well, that's
That's 'cause
because
he
that's
was
different.
asleep.
Because I was. Well, I guess that's what counts. That's what
Yeah,
counts.
but with Alex, there's a good chance that he
Yeah.
is sleeping
Let-
if he's
that
not
is
with
true.
us.
That is
Low key.
That's true. I remember I had to ask your mom once if you were okay.
Yeah, low key. Yeah, she was like, "Yeah, Sean is." I was like, "Sean, is you up? For what? I'm asleep."
Doing a wellness check.
Yeah.
No, but could you imagine like getting a phone call from a person you haven't talked to in a while, and you're like, I don't know if I want to answer this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, whatever. And you decide to answer it, and then you answer, you just hear, "Bow!"
That. Yeah.
And then you're like, they said you weren't going to pick up. And then
That'd be-
it's like,
Like,
What?
That'd be crazy.
Yeah,
That'd be
buddy.
crazy. I don't know if I could live with that.
I don't even know what I do. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I might
Or you hear
call
their
the cops.
voice, like, I didn't think you'd pick up.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Damn.
Yikes, dude.
I don't know why. I thought about that earlier today, and I was like, that'd be wild.
Yeah, low key.
Anyways.
High key. Anyway.
Next one. In high school, some kids got the PA access codes so you could speak to the entire school from any
How'd you get
classroom's PA. Giddy about the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, they wrote up an elaborate script for all the pranks they were going to pull and planned out their route around the school so they could keep speaking into the PA
Okay.
while helpless administrators tried to pin down the source. On the special day, they snuck into the band room. It was early in the day, so the entire wing was empty and keyed the codes in. The microphone turned on, and the PA speakers throughout the entire school crackled to life. Teachers paused expectantly. That was a weird way to put a period. This kid was now speaking to a captive audience of thousands. Suddenly, his nerve failed. The script went out the window.
Damn.
Completely negating months of preparation and rehearsal, he stammered, I have a boner. Click.
Hell no.
I thought that was
so
hilarious because of all the
funny.
things to say. That's what you say.
Crazy, bro. That's
That is so funny.
I have a boner. Like,
Wow.
what?
bro's like, bro, stick to the script, bro. We have
Yeah,
a
like you have it in front of you, I'm assuming.
All this planning, throw all that out the window. I have a boner. That's hilarious.
and then click.
I don't even know, like, if that were to happen and I was a teacher, I'd be like,
Yo, what the fuck?
like, I feel like it's more embarrassing for the student than for the school.
No, see, if I was a teacher and that happened, I would have to do my damnedest not to laugh.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, for sure.
I don't think I'd win.
Yeah.
I'd
I'd be like,
have to.
excuse me, I have to go in the hallway to find out who did this.
Just hear
Oh, God.
Come back in the class, I couldn't find him.
I love.
I tried so hard.
Why am I so red? Oh, I was running after him.
Yeah. I ran up and down a few
Bye
stairs. Yeah. Anyways, the reproductive system.
Yeah. Yeah, how do you go back to class?
Speaking of boners.
But you know what? Yeah, I guess if you're
So Dutch angles.
Wow.
Cinematography.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'd be like, hey, just go on your phones for the rest of the
Yeah,
period.
look,
Yeah.
we're not getting. Yeah.
It's fine.
I'm like, who knows who did that?
And that was the beginning of the day too. Like
Yeah.
First thing of the
the
day.
whole day. That's
I'd
all
probably
the
be
kids
mad.
are going to be talking about.
No, me. I'd be like,
As a student or a teacher?
as a student.
Okay.
I'd be like, what the fuck you do with the P? All right, bro.
I would have done better. Give me the
Alex
script
is
next
like,
time.
if I had the
I'ma do
chance.
Give me the voice changer. I got it.
Dude, no, can you imagine like going throughout your entire school day and somebody comes on the PA and says, there are rats in the band room. Just like constantly throughout the day.
That'd be
Poisoned 6 chicken tenders in the cafeteria.
Why is it from Saw?
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what it feels like. Doing elaborate pranks all throughout the day, and then
I
announcing
poisoned
them.
6 chicken. That is crazy though.
I put 3 bombs in basketballs. All right, on to the next one. In college, I had a roommate who was a little unstable, but I didn't know it at the time. April Fools had rolled around, and I decided to play an innocent prank on him. I got a bunch of the guys from across the hall together in the bathroom of the dorm. I had gone to the local drugstore and bought a toothbrush that matched my roomie's. We then proceeded to take pictures of each of us cleaning the bathroom floor and toilet with this toothbrush. Then we took pictures of some of the guys sticking the toothbrush down their pants. Then we went and took pictures of us rubbing it in some dog poop.
That would give me
Really,
PTSD.
really like
Yeah,
you know,
that's
doing
Jesus
the
Christ.
most they
Oh.
can.
Yeah.
We basically went through and tried to use it in the nastiest possible places. We then waited until he woke up and went to the bathroom to brush his teeth.
Nah, bro.
We scattered all the pictures across his desk and his bed.
No.
About 40 total. 40 total pictures.
Jesus.
Really
Honestly,
committed.
Hey, listen, hats off to you for the
Yeah.
creativity
Yeah.
finding 40 separate scenarios.
Yeah, look-y.
And then waited for him to get back. He saw the pictures and flipped the fuck out. He threw his CRT off the desk onto the ground and punched and kicked the door to the dorm. He knocked down a wall mirror and it shattered all over the place. He threw our room phone across the way and then slammed the door shut after running out screaming, breaking the handle and locked the door. This was all before we were able to tell him it was a prank and how we did it. It was the most unexpected, hilarious, yet scary result to any April Fool's prank I pulled. That is kind of scary to like do a
Low-key.
prank and then the person you're pranking starts crashing out to the most.
Yeah.
I'm
going
sorry,
on a
I
Hulk
would
rampage?
crash out too though if
Low-key.
y'all did that to my fucking toothbrush.
Oh my
After I
God.
just brushed my
I'd be
motherfucking teeth,
pissed, but
I'm
yeah.
sorry,
Like,
I
what
would
the-
crash
I'd
out.
probably-
I
I'd
would
throw up.
lose it. No, I would crash out.
Why?
Oh my
I can't find.
I thought you loved me.
I can't find the comment, but there was a comment. Was did he stick a remote up his ass? that video.
World of
was-
Warcraft kid?
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
But just goddamn, bro, like to see that.
Yeah.
Not even ask questions. Just
Just
start
immediately
going
just
nuts.
This is why I got to be careful with them quirked up white boys.
True.
Sometimes they're crash outs for
True.
I'm just imagining like other people in that dorm,
Yeah,
like building,
what's
just hearing
going
them
on in there?
screaming,
Yeah.
What's
running,
going on?
kicking the door.
Dude, that's
But,
so
like,
funny.
Because you said screaming, so I just imagine like wordless screaming, just
Yeah.
like not even like why would you like
Yeah.
asking questions, just like immediate like.
I wish I could see their faces too
Well,
as he's
yeah.
doing all this. Like,
Like, oh yeah, like trying to stop him, but he's just they can't control
Can't
him.
hear it, yeah.
oh man, that was
That's
probably my
hilarious.
favorite one. Just
Yeah.
because like it was relatively harmless. They just picked the wrong person. to do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. See, but
40.
also they have like an amazing like story with
Yeah.
it, so that like in a way makes the prank worth it too.
True.
Yeah, true.
Wonder if you ever came back. And they were like, hey, bro,
Some
this
some
was-
say
this
he's
was
still
a
running to this day.
He jumped 40 miles into the distance. That's funny.
That's unfortunately probably all the time we have, but hope y'all enjoyed, our stories that we told along with some of the Reddit ones. Like I said before, feel free to let us know any that you might have. And make sure you like and subscribe and follow us on all of our socials. And we'll see y'all next week. As always, we are
Da Boys.
Hope y'all have a good time.
Later.
Bye.
Commit pranks.